Hi everyone. Today's video is about the back and forth borderline. I can't think of a better name. Maybe you guys can. So I'm talking about people with borderline personality disorder, and I'm talking about a very distinct portion of people with it that do something very distinct. Not all. I'm not talking about all people. I know that a lot of people with borderline personality disorder do not do this. Okay? I'm talking about the ones that do, and I'm talking about it because it's so damaging to us, you guys watching. We need to understand what was happening, why it was happening, what's going on now, why do I feel this way, why do I love people that hurt me, why do I believe people love me that hurt me, why do I hold on to somebody loves me that's having sex with other people. Yeah. And I'm going to talk even to the people that do break up, get back together, go and cheat on you and don't break up and come back and stuff like this, back and forth, back and forth. I'm talking about a specific type of borderline that does this. Multiply this disorder with narcissistic personality disorder, which 40% have also, comorbid. Just means worse. Mental illness means more unstable, more impulsive. Definitely does stuff like this. We're looking for or talking about pervasive patterns of rigidity. That's personality disorder. Pervasive patterns in all their life, all the time they do this. They don't change. A very unstable person means unstable means impulsive. The more unstable someone is, the more impulsive they are. And we're talking about cycles of this. Cycles. Personality disorder behaviors are cyclical. They're patterns over and over again because they never look at themselves and understand it's their problem. Even if they can see it or someone tells them, they don't try to change it. Males and females both can do this. And I may have more female clients over the years than men. But I've watched this just destroy men. Just destroy men. Borderline personality disorder affects females more than men. There's more diagnosed females. But male borderlines are more narcissistic. Today is about people with borderline personality disorder that want to be carried through life and feel well. And we can't do that. So it always falls apart. The more extroverted someone is with this disorder, that goes back and forth in relationships, vacillates usually with other people in a romantic sense. While the more introverted borderline that does this may vacillate alone, but more typically with family. The extroverted borderline that vacillates between you and other people romantically will either do it with a different person every time, or they've got one person that they may even knew before you they're already doing this with, the same person every time, go back to the same person, and that person will be extremely toxic. Maybe a narcissist. The introverted borderline that vacillates between you and their family, eventually their family will hate you. I wonder why. When you've done nothing wrong and they used to like you, why do you think? What are they telling them, huh? Both will have a false narrative, usually based on paranoid ideation, a diagnostic trait. Not meeting their needs. You don't love them. You're prioritizing them. You're going to leave them. Fear of abandonment. You're cheating on them. You're dangerous. This is this false narrative they create for their behaviors, which they may believe. If so, they're delusional. They believe a false narrative. Or they may not believe it and just use it to manipulate you, to leave you, to go have sex with other people, to just beat you down and withdraw sex, withdraw love, withdraw attention, and go to their families just to punish you and control you. They can't handle the stress of a relationship, period. The cycle is, the first is the borderline is too unstable, no self-reliance, and making them happy stops working. Number two, they seek outside attention. Usually before they do this, they usually know the person before they do anything. When they're telling you they love you and everything's great, they're talking to someone else. I say a borderline likes to keep suitors out there on the back burner, just waiting, telling them how bad their relationship is, but they can't leave because you don't let them. You took all their money. Number three, this instability, they're not happy, it's stress. In a relationship causes them stress because they're dysfunctional, makes them more impulsive, and they leave. They'll either leave with the door open, just go missing, start a fight and say, screw you, I'm going to my mom's. Or they totally split and they really think that this is over this time. Screw you, I hate you, you're bad, you're dangerous, I'm out of here, you beat me. Number four, loss. They can't look at themselves, they can't accept loss, they're not making themselves feel better, they don't, and you're not there to do that, and the new person can't. A new person makes them feel empty inside. That's the other diagnostic trait we're talking about. They need you back. They love you again. Number five, the cycle begins again. Always back for that rise, that hit of dopamine, oxytocin, serotonin, and endorphins. Addiction. This is addiction. This cycle is addiction. When it's bad, we have stress chemicals, and when we get back together and it's good, we get the feel-good chemicals. When I gamble all my money, I get a rise and feel good, and then I lose it, and I get stress chemicals. And when I get high, and when I go down, and when I get drunk, and I am hungover, this repeated pattern causes addiction, amongst many other things, to you physiologically and psychologically. More cycles equals stronger addiction for you. The highs aren't as high anymore. We just keep going back because the lows are so low. But for them, their highs aren't high anymore. Their lows are extremely low, and they split. You must have caused this. They're gone. Be very careful of sex in relationships. Very careful. Besides some obvious factors of having sex with people we don't know, that are impulsive, that have low morals, that don't protect themselves. Besides that, this sex makes the addiction stronger. It typically causes problems after a relationship ends. You guys go out and start seeking sex with other people. Porn addictions. You could even have sexual dysfunction or disorders caused from this. You have a relationship like this, don't have sex. I don't think couples should be having sex when you have problems. Problems should be fixed or the relationship ends. What are we doing having sex, acting like everything's fine? And never get back together with people. When the relationship has problems and that problems cause the relationships to end, getting back together is just inviting problems again. Don't do it. Let them know you won't do that. I do. You break up with me, you ghost me, you do anything like that, it's over forever. No need to explain afterwards when you can't get a hold of me anymore. This is severe damage to your health, your finances, other relationships, and your psyche. Your self-worth, your self-esteem, your self-respect. Get help, guys. Don't do this alone. Don't go through this relationship alone and think you're fixing anything. Don't be scared or embarrassed to just tell someone, a professional that hears us every day. Step outside of your relationship. Tell someone and ask for help. Get therapy, some sort. Anybody wants coaching, you can find me at daviddemars.com. I appreciate thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, but please share your own experiences. I'd appreciate it if you could. And ask me any questions, I'll answer them. Thank you. Love yourself first, guys. Bye-bye.